girls out the Honda. Bad little red thing, and I used to call her Rhonda. Not Rousey.
What's up, everyone? It's OB Stu, short for obese stupidity, cause the music be dumb fat. Now, cue the blank stares and crickets. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and also your boy ain't slim, you know. Nothing like a little self-deprecating humor to kick the video off, right? But yeah, I placed 10th place in Kenny Beats Thanksgiving week beat battle. And, you know, not the top of the top, but I made it in there after, I don't know, I think 20 to 22 entries. Finally made it in the top to be listened to. So don't give up. Keep going if you haven't made it yet. And a big shout out to Kenny, D.O.T.S, the mods, the devs, everyone for putting this together. It's a really big thing for the community, so greatly appreciated. Alrighty, so we're gonna get kicked off into this beat breakdown, but first, you know, Kenny was on his shit that day for sure, and gave me a good roast, so roll the footage.
Bad, not good.
Alright, that wasn't that fun. You know, I made a little logo for Kenny. He's the Kenny Beats Roasters now. Wood fire roasted beats, you know. He's been doing this shit and roasting people for, man, I don't know how long, but it's fucking great. But anyways, let's jump into this beat breakdown. It's nothing too crazy. The beat's not that great, but hey, people voted for me. Thank you for doing so. I appreciate it. Let's jump in.
That boy is good.
Good and terrible.
Alright, so first, I just chopped up some of the sample of the kid saying, "Let me tell you." So we'll just listen to that first. Not a lot of processing on it. We just got this right here.
Let me tell you.
Some basic EQing, rolling off the lows and the highs. Not much work in the middle. Got some bite on there from the Complete 13 pack. This is just like a bit crusher. The Glorious Crunch channel or setting. Just to give it a little bit more oomph. Without it, wouldn't really have that bite. Haha. Alrighty, on to the main sample chop. I honestly forgot what I did to this, but I know I did for the main sample use Melodyne to kind of find the key they were in. Big help, especially when you're in a time crunch and you know you don't have fucking perfect pitch like Charlie Puth. You know, saw they were in E minor, so just kind of went with that and based everything around that. I didn't really transpose anything. Maybe I did, you know. No, it doesn't look like I transposed this or pitched it up or anything, but it sounds like I did, not too sure. But here we have the main first little chop. And yeah, yes, it is definitely drowned in reverb. I don't know why I put that much fucking reverb on. As you can see over here, fully cranked. I guess I just did it and kind of forgot about it. I don't, just heat of the moment kind of shit. It was the heat of the moment. Alright, so I think definitely Kenny gave me some great constructive criticism, and I think part of it was definitely some of my EQing and some of the reverb. I definitely think I rolled off too much of the highs, so you couldn't really get any like dynamics. But as you can see, just for the EQ, I rolled off the lows and the highs, didn't really do much in the middle. Then I threw some OTT on it, just kind of give it a little bit more bite, and then a little bit of sketch cassette, just with the default setting, a little bit of wow and flutter, a little bit of saturation, no hiss, the comp all the way up, tape about half. Sketch cassette, great little plugin, pretty cheap too if you just want to get some good tape sounds without breaking the bank. Over here is the main melody line of the chop. Just took the main part of him going, giving some ooze. Down below that is another sample chop. We just have some little vocal chops here. No processing. Good for me. Drowned in fucking reverb. Dying over here. Anyways, some little vocals. A little bit different variation just to switch it up. A little reverse, I think. Yep. And that kind of just repeats during that part.
What fucking band do you think you're playing on, motherfuckers? You wanna fuck with me on a bandstand?
For the drums, we just got a good old count sample from his, what is it? The Real Break Pack. Can't go wrong with the count, I think everybody knows that now. Kenny's probably tired of seeing his fucking samples in there, but, it just kind of worked for the time being. Threw some drum bus on there, with the hard distortion and compression to give it some nice crispiness. Dirty break. Shit was fucking nasty. But, left it pretty simple, didn't do much chopping, probably would have, done some stops and variation. But I do not to work too quick, in such a short amount of time. I'm a little bit more thought out when it comes to make stuff, but it's part of the challenge of doing these beat battles. Is the reduced time, so definitely fun for that.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you fucking...
Next up, we got guitars, which I played. Basically, I just threw it through Guitar Rig. I have all my pedals set up, but it's a little bit much to get to. So right here, we have the sepia setting on Guitar Rig under Yvette Young If you don't know who Yvette Young is and you're a guitarist, go check her out. She plays for Covet. It's like kind of math rocky kind of stuff, but it's beautiful playing and very, very interesting. Check her out. And then after that, I just have a little bit of Wider by Polyverse, just to kind of give it a little more depth in the stereo field. And then I just played a little funk riff, kind of some of my background. Pretty simple, just some, E minor pentatonic shit.
I slap it up piazza.
Please don't do that.
Slap it to this.
The bass kind of follows suit. Up here I just kind of chopped up this same line, so nothing too crazy. Using Guitar Rig again, I played this bass line. Got it Guitar Rig. We got the clean pleck bass setting, which is kind of a go-to for me. And then saturator on there with just a little bit of drive and some soft sine just to kind of bump it up a little bit. Here's the main riff, just kind of following the guitar. A little sloppy Joe, but you gotta roll with it sometimes.
Now let me play some of it.
This is just like, I think like an electric piano sample, if I'm not mistaken. What could be this? What is it? Let's see. Synth. No processing on that. Didn't really have much time. But sounds pretty good by itself. Could have definitely been beefed up a little bit.
Love to hear percussion.
And then all the way down at the bottom, we got a little percussion loop from the beginning, from good old Ramzoid. Definitely, percussion loops are always pretty interesting. Just a couple chops here and there to have some variation. But yeah, nothing too crazy on that. Just panned it a little bit to the left, just to kind of not have everything dead in the center. But that is pretty much it for the most part. It's not the best beat in the world, but it got me in there, and I'm extremely grateful to be, in that top 20 to be listened to first off, and then ending up in 10th place, which is phenomenal, at least in my book. Not first, but hey, you got to get there eventually, and you got to take your steps to get there. But not much else for me. Just go ahead and if you'd like, check out my socials. I make, every other day pretty much I'm sampling a different artist, and kind of thrown some lyrics over it as well. Basically, I sample anyone from Idols to Spirit to Blake Mills. Basically, just whoever that's kind of not traditional, to kind of give a little variation in, you know, what I do. And, you know, check it out if you like. ob.stu.music on Instagram. I also make my clone videos. You know, check them out. They'll be on my YouTube channel as well. And once again, thanks everybody. I'm out.
Fuck them all if they don't like what I'm saying. Angry young man, I got no time for the playing. Wake up in the morning pissed off like the juggernaut, breaking kneecaps just for sitting in my spot. Don't tempt me, don't push me to the edge. I'll turn your ass to Humpty Dumpty, start cracking them eggs. Fry you in the pan, burn you to a crisp. Have a good laugh, cause I don't really give a shit. Start running, 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 running. Fuck everything you stand for. You're a joke if I catch you rolling solo. You better hope that I don't see you, or I'm having a good day. But what am I saying? I'm not Ice Cube, okay? I'll turn your ass to concentrate, OJ. Then put the black gloves on, now I'm OJ. Burn the motherfucker to the ground, Pompeii. But trust me, you won't end up in history.